crank man on dick.
First of all, let me make this very clear. I love my dad. He's a great man, he's a great father, he's a great granddad. But I couldn't have said all that and you would have clicked the video. I gotta say something crazy that'll make you want to watch the video. So let me make sure you understand. Hyman J. Deacon H.B. Bell is a great father. He's not trash. Okay? So, with that being said, let's get started. I am your man, Young T. Bell. Thank you for tuning in for another episode of the Man Trainer Podcast, where we talk about man stuff. All right, so this episode, what's this in my beard? It's just gonna have to stay there because it is what it is. All right, so this episode, I'm gonna be talking about fathers. Fathers specifically being involved in the lives of their kids and grandkids. It is very imperative. Let me make sure you understand. If you don't have kids yet, you might not understand this. Unless you didn't have a great relationship with your dad, then this might make a little more sense. But fathers, soon to be fathers, young fathers, granddads, I'm talking to all of y'all. When it comes to your kids, it is very important to be involved in the life of your kids because if you can help it, two-parent households, it matters. Okay? Moms, they do all they can. They oftentimes are left on their own to raise the kids and all that kind of stuff. But now that I have 3 kids, I see how imperative it is to be present in the life of your children. My dad and my mom, they're both still involved in my life. They're involved heavily involved in the life of my kids. They help a lot with the grandkids. So I can't talk about my dad specifically because he's still involved. Shoot, even he'll do stuff for me. He does stuff for them grandkids. But I think a lot of the times I get away with stuff because I just use the grandkids as excuse to do stuff. But anyways, it's imperative to be involved in the life of your kids, fathers, because 1, structure, 2, discipline, 3, get a mama break because moms will do everything they can to make sure the kids are taken care of. And I think the unspoken dynamic Joy and I have taken is, and I've seen it when it comes to money. She will do whatever she can to make sure them kids is taken care of. They got clothes, they got food, they got shoes, they got whatever they need. Me, on the other hand, when it comes time to splitting the pot, my mindset is taking care of the cars, taking care of the house, everything that falls under our roof as a whole. Which it still benefits the kids and Joy, but I think my main focus when it comes to like the money and stuff is like what needs to be done in the house. And her main focus when we get the money is what do my babies need, which is cool, but women need a man that's going to take care of her and take care of their family, which is what I think I try and do my best as because I couldn't imagine, even like right now with my job and everything, I couldn't imagine. I know, jobs further out, could be beneficial. Of course, more money is always beneficial. Well, most of the time it's beneficial. But I couldn't imagine Joy being stuck with 3 kids Monday through Friday, and I'm sitting in traffic somewhere, and she has to take care of all 3 of them. I saw that yesterday because Joy had a meeting. Luckily, I was off work, and Jackson was doing karate. So I took him to karate. I picked up Kennedy and Jackson, and she had a meeting, and she had Carter. And while I was at the karate place, I was watching Kennedy. Kennedy by herself. Oh my God, this child is the busiest child ever. But while I was trying to watch Jack and record Jack and get some video Jack, Daddy, I want a snack. I'm thirsty. I want a tablet. What's that? Hey Jack, Kennedy is doing the most, right? And luckily, I had her tablet to keep her busy so she would be quiet, but she was just like so busy. And then Joy finally came in with she had Carter, and we kind of was able to tag team then. But I say this, it's a 2-parent job because kids are a lot. Like kids will drive you crazy, but it's the good thing about a dad being involved. I could not imagine not being like I just couldn't imagine walking out on my kids. I just couldn't. I couldn't imagine not being involved in the life of my kids. I couldn't imagine just being okay with seeing them every now and then. Like that would eat me alive. Like I want to be present in the life of my kids like daily. Like, even though I be tired a lot of times, but like, I just don't see how some men could not want to be involved in the life of their kids, because like kids, they're tiring, they're exhausting, but they're great. They're entertaining. You know, they keep you alive. Like, I be laughing at my mom because even though we don't live that far from my parents, you give my mom a week, she be like, "What the babies doing? I want to see my babies. Can I call the babies? I got to see the babies." But it's just funny because, some people, dad specific, I couldn't imagine it. Like, even if, I mean, this not gonna happen. If Joy and I weren't together, I couldn't imagine not like being with my kids, because I done got so used to seeing them every day. I done got used to being around them. It's just like kids, they are imprinted on your heart, and I can't imagine some people not wanting to be involved in the life of their kids. Like, if you don't want to be involved in the life of your kids, you just gotta have some switch in your mind that just be like, "Hey, I'm good." The moment I held each one of my kids, I was like, "I'm down for life. Like, this is my responsibility. I don't wanna just be away from y'all. Like, I gotta be in the house. I gotta be in y'all. I gotta be in the same space." And I couldn't be content with not being able to see them. Some people and some parents, some grandparents, they just be like, "I'm good. I don't need to see y'all. I don't need to be around you. I don't need to, spend no time with you," or whatever the case may be. But, to the grandparents, like I said, especially dads and granddads that are involved in the life of their kids and grandkids, I shout out to y'all, because it is a blessing to have a village surrounding your family. Because a lot of parents, we be tired now. Because, I mean, back then, I know most parents was tired, but now we be tired because, so much going on in the world. We trying to make sure the kids can get involved in activities. We trying to feed these jokers on top of working full-time jobs. Now most of us trying to chase dreams, so we got to involve that. Then we're trying to be good husbands and wives. It's like, it's a lot. So big shout out to all the parents and grandparents, granddads and dads involved in the life of their kids, because it is a task to be held. A lot of parents, they don't, some parents don't want to be involved in their kids' life. Look, if you're watching this video and you're not involved in the life of your kids, your grandkids, take this opportunity to stop and just be like, "You know what? Trust me when I say I want to be involved in the life of my family, because it is a joy." I couldn't imagine not having my dad in my life, because he's such a big part of my life. Even now, still huge. But growing up, still huge. Literally was at all my events. Shoot, even when I turned 18 and graduated and was out doing adult stuff, and I went to college, they were still doing stuff to support me. And my dad was always there. Like, I could not say my dad was not involved in my life. True story. When I was in daycare, I think. And my dad was always that dude that'd be like, "Hey, this is my son. If you start cutting up, call me. I'll be there to straighten him out." He was that dude, right? So one time, I was at daycare. I was cutting food, and I saw he came up to this one. He was like 260, 270. He was a big dude, right? Big black dude, yellow eyes, tired all the time, frustrated. He was like, "Don't be calling me because I don't want to come up here, but I'll be up there to straighten you out." So my teacher called me. She snitched on me. My dad came up there. My silly self, "Daddy!" I'm thinking I'm finna get checked out. All I see is this dude pull out his belt and he started going to work on me, because I guess I was talking and whatever, cutting the food. And this dude whooped me in front of the whole class. Talk about fathers being present in the life of their kids. This dude whooped me so much, I sharted in my pants. No lie. And then he was like, after I sharted, he was like, "All right, now go sit down and do your work." I was like, "Bro, I can't focus now. You done ruined me." He was like, "Yeah, you'll go figure that out, clean yourself up, and get back in there and learn." I was like, okay. And from that point on, that wasn't no problem. That's because having an active father in the life of your kids helps. All right. Until the next time, I have been your man T Bell. Thank you for tuning in to the Man Training Podcast, and to the active grandparents, granddads, fathers involved in the life of their children. I salute you, because you care about your village, and I'm grateful for you. I have been your man T Bell. This is the Man Training Podcast. I literally, sometimes I have an idea, but I absolutely have no idea what episode this is. But just make sure you like the page, subscribe to the page, share the video, comment on the video. How has having your father or grandfather in your life benefited you? Both of my grandfathers have gone on to glory. But if you watched our last vlog video about my family in 2 that was my granddaddy Henry's farm, and he used to always call me Tyler Myler. That was my dude. But yeah, just be present in the life of your kids. Fathers, granddads, you gotta step up. Be present, because it makes a difference being involved in your kid's life. Alright, I'm finna enjoy the rest of this break. I am getting ready to eat some lunch. Till the next time, go be great.